Here at St. Joseph's College, the phrase "Make Mercy Real" isn't just an expression, but a way of life. Since our founding by the Sisters of Mercy in 1912, we've sought every day to live out our core values of faith, excellence, community, respect, integrity, compassion, and justice. Through our work in community service, the faculty and students of St. Joseph's College are working to make mercy real by fighting poverty at a local, national, and global level. From our college's international service trips to Haiti and Guatemala, to events such as Spring Break Workfest and the Midnight Run, to volunteering locally at Catherine's Cupboard Food Pantry, here are some of the faces and stories behind Mercy at SJC.
I'm Catherine Cody. I work here at St. Joseph's College as the coordinator of social justice and leadership. And basically what the Mercy Center does is we focus on community engagement, ministry, and social justice. It's really getting down to those, what our core values are as an institution, and then also bringing in the corporal and the spiritual works of mercy from the Sisters of Mercy, who are our sponsors here. And what that means is we do a lot of social justice work in the local community, working with a lot of different community partners. But what it comes down to is helping offer opportunities for students to get engaged with marginalized populations and just learn about and remember what it's like to be human at the most basic sense. But there also is the ministry piece as well, and each of our programs integrate a little bit deeper reflection about why is caring for our neighbor, caring for our brother, our sister so important? How does that affect them, but also how does it affect us? Where do we get fed in this process? And where is the connection that we find with one another, with God, with ourselves? And another just big part of our work is walking with people on their own spiritual journey, wherever that might be.
Okay, so today we're making sandwiches to prepare for our trip to New York City to do the Midnight Run with St. Joseph's College. We're making sandwiches, we're also packing bags with juice boxes, different fruits, and other snacks to give out to homeless people, in addition to different clothes and hats and just other items that we'll give out once we're there. Pretty much we'll go down to New York City, we'll spend most of the night and early into the morning passing out items, stopping at various spots in New York City, and then in the morning we wake up and we roll out. So it's kind of like a 24-hour go there, come back, have a great time in the process.
We strive for intellectual, social, and spiritual growth here both at the school and in the Mercy Center. So we provide an opportunity at Spring Break Workfest to go into a different community and culture that they're not familiar with, alongside classmates that they may not hang out with on a regular basis here. And through that process, we go to New York, Kentucky, New Orleans, and then this year, New Mexico. I went to New Orleans last year. It was awesome getting to go down with the crew we got to go down with and build the relationships we get to build down with all other college students down there. And I think that's our overall hope in the Mercy Center and with this trip is we engage together as a community here at St. Joseph's College, but then also engage with the environment and community down in New Orleans as well. I think also what's really cool about these trips is we're serving others, but we're also serving ourselves and we're serving our souls as far as we're learning and growing in ourselves as well. We may be giving our time and energy to a different community and a different atmosphere, but we're also feeding our souls in a way that you don't get on a day-to-day basis.
I knew before I decided to come to St. Joe's that I wanted to go to Guatemala. Something about it just clicked with me and I knew that I had to go. So I went for my first year and it was incredible. I spent most of my time in construction, as I have all 4 years. And it's an amazing way to connect with the people in the village, the people from the school. And we just have a great time and you see how much of a difference you're making. Nonprofit work just seemed like that's what I wanted to do. So it only made sense to keep going to Guatemala. And then Having gone to the same villages each year, I started to make connections with the people there, and I didn't want to stop. I just wanted to keep going, and each year I've strengthened those connections, and we do even more work, and we see all the improvements within the villages, and it just really pays off. The trip is such a great way to get involved. There's also Catherine's Cupboard, there's also the farm. I mean, the options to volunteer have just been incredible, and so I guess this is just another way to expand on that and reach even farther into the world and reach towards the people who would need it the most.
One of our core values is compassion, so we're showing compassion to those who are less fortunate than us by bringing what we have and sharing our time and our resources with them.
Make mercy real. Making mercy real means remembering that each of us is human and each of us has our own story. You know, there are days when little things that people do frustrate us and make us angry, or little things that go wrong can seem to ruin your whole morning or your whole afternoon. But making mercy real is always putting the person first, always putting the other first, and remembering that there are such larger things going on in life.